Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Kal halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who deserve double honor. Salutations go out also to the Akim out there on the highways and byways pushing this truth, trying to wake up the remaining hopeful elect. This is Naaman with the DC camp. And just before I got on here, I just finished what I could tolerate anyway, watching Jim Crow Joe's State of the Union speech. And I was laughing because he baited the fuck out of those Republicans. He got them to stand up and promise publicly, all right, not to cut, Social Security and, and or whatever else. All right, that was on the chopping block. I mean, I hadn't seen that. Anyway, that's not what this is about. It's just the way he did it. You have to watch. I'm sure they're going to be replaying that over the news. But anyway, for this video here, I watched these two. This is a couple, and they, primarily, they reveal to you the awful state, the degeneracy among the women in general, but in specific, so-called black women. All right, tends to be more about them than anything else. And people have, for a while now, picked up on how fucked up, especially the women in the Western world, primarily America, are. You've got people, the passport crew that I call them, they're going overseas trying to get women. Hey, you have to understand too that this philosophy has permeated the world. Look at the shit going on over there in Iran. Who do you think is behind that? This wine that these women have drinking, that wine being the philosophies and doctrines of America's democracy. All right, they've spread that shit, and hey, you got to go to the Book of Esther. All right, what did he do? Nipped it in the bud. But can't do that because guess who's in power? The wicked. All right, we're talking about the whole world here. All right, and until this devil, the so-called white man and his ilk, meaning the whole Edomite nation, so-called white people, all right, until the wicked is taken out of the power seat, this shit is, everything is just backwards, all right. But let's go ahead and play this video. It says, woman demands the world. Let me set this up. So this Jake, who clearly, loves his woman, buys her a car. Now, I'm not sure if he bought it outright. I don't think that was ever made clear. Or he just put enough down to where, it's hers. He may even make the payments. Don't know. But in either case, he got her a car. And guess what this ungrateful. Hey, you just got to watch it.
You like it? How it fit? You like it?
It's small. Man, my friends can't even much fit up in here. Bro, you gonna give me like the Q5? I got to move.
Spent almost 30K on this car. Come on, man. You can't even say thank you. You just been straight to complaining.
It's an 18.
You so
Money
much
bag,
of a
you
car.
just bought Ira a brand new Lambo.
You grateful, son. You serious right now? Like, answer this question. You don't want the car? Do you want the car or not? Do you want the car or not?
18.
Nah, she would have got the stuff in right there because it's done. You can take a walk, take a hike from the car shop. You can walk home. Absolutely ungrateful. Are you serious? Are you serious? What about me and my friends? Your little friends.
Right.
Are you serious?
These chicks are so weird. Ari and what's his name? He got a Lambo. No, you don't look like you deserve Lambo money. You're not shaped like Lambo money. So shut your ass up. The out of here. These modern women are so ungrateful. It's sick. It's sick.
No, it really is. This is sickness.
The sickness.
They're absolutely right. That is a goddamn shame. Reminds me of an old B.B. King song. The exact same situation. Took her out, dined her, wined and dined her, according to the song. And what did she do? She called it a snack. Went out and bought her a fine Cadillac. She complained about that. I can't remember the name of the song. But anyway, unfucking believable. But like they said, oh no, you would have been walking. I would have went back. Hey, if I can, if we can somehow undo this, fuck that bitch. See? This is why, as long as this devil is in power, especially here, all right, in America, but see, the thing is, they don't realize that they've been played. See, when we use scriptures like Isaiah 32nd chapter, this devil is about to cut them off. Us, period, but I think I put it in the, what was it? Hey, because our people, we're enemies of the state without them telling us. All right, for those of you that can't or unable to read between the lines, we always have been, always will be. All right, and they put it right in your face. The fact that everybody, and this is what irks me about our people. You invite all these motherfuckers from everywhere else, all right, and I'm talking about all these other ethnicities, these other nations to come with us and, jump on board, and they pretend to like us. Of course, until they get what they want, and then they no longer, they no longer want or need us. And I think of the whole book of Lamentations, all right, about our lovers and how they eventually do us, because we've never understood, and even, the so-called black unconscious community, one of their pillars of that particular conscious group, Dr. John Henry Clarke, had stated, we as a people never, and of course he's going by that, fucking Afro shit. But we as a people, we never understood that we have no friends. All right. Now that part is true. He was right on the money there, but he just never associated us apparently with being the Israelites. All right. And, going to Psalms 83rd chapter, we have no friends. We don't. They all conspired or are confederate, all right, against us. All right. And look at the state of our women. Come on, man. Everybody is like. But my point being, this devil has done his dirt. He's got a Genesis 3rd chapter all over again. Every day, it keeps repeating itself. And she keeps listening to this devil to the extent that what did she do? Jumped on the feminism bandwagon. And as a result, yep, we actually have no family structure to speak of. Yep, because she was selfish. All right. And like I say, she fed into that bullshit. And you notice it only affects us to the extent that it did. These other nations weren't affected like that. I wonder why. So it's like the so-called black woman doesn't understand. Me as a black man, I do not need her, all right, to further the nation. I don't. I bear the seed, I push forth the seed. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua willing, all right. But that's simple biology. I do not need her. And the more, Well, Jake, I can't give you a percentage or anywhere near a number, but it seems that a lot of Jakes are like fed up to the point where they're like, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't have. Because if you notice, the so-called black woman with the enemy is so quiet and well behaved. Just put that out there in case you didn't notice. You know, she's as good as gold. But that's why you can tell that deep down, well, not even so much deep down anymore. It's just she's so quick to show her disrespect or hatred towards Jake Mann. In all walks of life. Why do you think the so-called white man gives her all these jobs where she's at the forefront? You know, she acts as like the guard dog, so to speak, especially in these government jobs here in D.C. Oh my goodness. And they, for the most part, live pretty well. Only outside appearance, it looks like they live pretty good. But hey, they racked up with that. But still, it's putting her over the man. All right, and hey, eventually you got to answer to shit. You know, you never get away with it. You never get away with it. And it's coming down to crunch time now. That's why I had referenced Isaiah 32nd chapter. But first, I want to go here. This is Sirach 25 and 13, because Jake get caught up and, you know, I love her. You know, he says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Ain't that so? All right. But like I say, this devil is cutting out all your help because people don't believe us. And it's like, it's so sad because it's going to affect our people the most. Hey, Jacob's trouble. Even, especially here, I don't know about other cities, I imagine to an extent, but here, oh my goodness, the gentrification is off the fucking charts. And it goes to show you, with all these Edomites moving in here, all these superstructures being built, these condominiums, I mean, I'm in awe every time I go over to like the southwest side, you know. Wow. I mean, they built up, you know, Nationals Park, all that. I mean, damn. Because I hadn't been over that before I joined the camp. I mean, we're looking at close to 15 years maybe since I'd been over there. That part of, you know, D.C. So add that to, so we're looking at over 20 years now, and every time, well over like 23 years now. So it's like, and it's still hard for me to believe with all the shit that they built up. But like I say, this place is falling apart at the seams. All right, despite what would appear to be, you know, they're building all that up and everything. No, you got to look at the overall infrastructure of this place is falling apart. All right, and not only that, the people, I mean, they're starting to lose it more and more every day. All right, because shit changed. And the beginning of that, 9/11. Oh, they started taking more and more rights away. But I didn't want to get too far off this subject. This, you know, going into Isaiah real quick, 32nd chapter, these women are going to feel it. Micah 7 and 10, you know, this so-called white man set you up brilliantly, I might add, until at the point now where nobody, including your own people, want to be around you. Everybody talks about you. And it's not good. But you still think that your shit don't stink. But I assure you it does. So sad. And this whole chapter is a king will reign in righteousness. And Yahushua is coming back to put things right. You know. But this goes into the elites, those running, you know, setting policy and all that. the wickedness, and they're carrying out their wicked agendas, and they're plotting their devices, meaning their schemes and all that. And the woman, as such, bought into all this, and how she's now, as the heading here says, complacent. But see, that comes with a price. And like I said, she made no attempt to even hide how disappointed, how dare you? There's the Audi over there. My girlfriends, they can't all fit. This is small. Get the fuck out of here. Like like that couple said, oh, your ass is walking from the dealership. Isaiah 32:9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. Yeah, you lived it up. Yeah, you took all the advice from this devil. And as a result, our families are all in disarray, disrepair. We're the butt of jokes for everybody. But, that's the curses. It says, give ear to my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Why? Because you're not paying attention. Primarily, you're not adhering to the scriptures. We're breaking down these prophecies that are happening right before your face. All right, and that's going into Matthew 25th chapter, the 5 virgins that were wise and the 5 that were foolish. Well, guess what? You fall into that foolish category. All right, because you're not preparing yourself. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats. What are those teats? These programs this devil set up for you. Get the man out of the house. Therefore, the children don't have a father figure. And you're at work. Guess who raises them? The state. All this is by design. All right. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Meaning when all this shit is taken away, which they are doing that as we speak. Yeah. All that shit you were talking. And believe you me, these men, specifically these red pill brothers, the ones also that you fucked over all these years, to say the least, about Title 4D, which they call child support. Oh my goodness. There's going to be, there's a reason Daniel 12 is in the scriptures. Daniel 12:1. There's a reason Jacob's trouble. All right. Jeremiah 30th chapter. The reason that's there. All right. It's going to be total chaos and anarchy when this shit falls apart. When the bottom falls out. When this dollar that you're so used to depending on, when it's no longer useful. It's going to be utter panic and chaos. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to find out you're not so tough as you think you are. It says, upon a land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city. You have no clue. You fucking women out there that, I'm talking about you so-called sisters. That goes, that's all the kingdoms, but primarily, you so-called black woman. You Judites. All right. But it goes for the whole nation. That's so-called Latino woman. She's gone off. Everybody, unfortunately, has followed the so-called black woman. And they've learned how to be disobedient, disrespectful. All right. Toward their man. So, as someone put it, you have the worst of both when you have the white man, the worst motherfucker on the planet, and then you have, guess what? That so-called black woman. That's a match made in hell. And they are together. And you see more and more of that in advertisements, even in real life. Look at the speech the president gave. Guess who one of his guests were? An Edomite with a so-called black woman. The vice president, an Edomite with a so-called black woman. Even though she's something else, but, and then the new Supreme Court Justice, Associate Justice, she's with a so-called white man. There you go. Hey, so, that's about it on this. I'm not going to, I didn't intend to take that long, but you know how I am. Hey, so with that, until the next video, hey, shalom.